Yo, what's happening, family? I hope that everybody's doing well out there. The world does not need another great designer. This was a video topic that I talked about yesterday. I published it and I decided to trash that video and re-upload the content because I could see from the stats that people were tuning out and it probably wasn't valuable information for them. So I'm going to try to articulate my message a little bit better in this video. But when I say that the world does not need another great designer, I'm not saying that you should not strive to become the greatest designer that you could be. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, and what I see, is that there are a ton of people who have gotten great at Figma and have gotten great at UI design. There are hundreds of thousands of people who have started to understand that product design is a career path that they can take. They've learned about UI and UX design, however you want to call it, right? There are hundreds of thousands of people flocking after these jobs now, and there are fewer positions, right? It's almost like photography. At one point, there were very few photographers, and then once everybody had a cell phone, everybody wanted to become a great photographer. Right? We don't need that anymore. We don't need another great photographer. We don't need another great UI designer at all. There's tons of those people. And with the rise of AI and the fact that you can go on Upwork and hire a great designer on the cheap, I don't think that great visual design is what brings value to this market anymore. I don't think that that's how you're going to find a great job. It's not going to how you're going to find your purpose, because all those who think that great design is about becoming a great visual designer, they're chasing after the same things. They're chasing after the same things. And you're going to have an even tougher time if you're chasing after the same thing that everybody else is chasing after, right? What I don't see enough of is people understanding the problems in their lives, within their communities, or within, just their personal experiences, and trying to solve some of those challenges through design. I don't see enough of that. I don't see enough of designers trying to cater to different communities and advocate for different issues that are going on in the world, different problems that are going on, I don't see enough people who are designers solving some of those challenges. We got enough businesses, organizations, people telling us what to do. But we can take initiative at this point in time with all these different tools, including AI, to solve for all these big issues and all these big challenges. Designers have power. We have power now because we know how to visualize and make shit happen. We know how to make it come to life. And so I see that there's an opportunity that if you want to prepare for getting a job or prepare for building a company, we're living through this Renaissance period right now where you can actually make it happen because the tools are that good, right? So what the world needs more of, if you're going to pursue a design career, is designers who can understand the unique lens that they were made to understand in this world. If you like, just say for instance, you are somebody who cares about the environment. Maybe you live in a certain locale where you are affected by some of these environmental issues, and that gives you a passion to focus on some of those issues, and you might see an opportunity to fix those issues through design, through an application, through software, through whatever, right? But you are the only one who is probably living that unique experience that provokes the idea or the thought to make it happen, right? For myself, I'll use myself as an example. Right now, I have a son who has a heart condition, I go to the hospital every other day. And from what I see is that nurses and doctors and different physicians all have, you know, different understandings of what's going on. There's a lot of miscommunication. So if there were some way, you know, for AI to help with that communication getting more streamlined, so my son could have better care, you know, that is something that I can solve for, right? I have that opportunity because I see firsthand. I'm a designer who's experiencing it firsthand, right? So if you're somebody who, you know, is trying to think about a portfolio project or think about how you can stand out from the hundreds of thousands of people going after the same jobs, my recommendation would be to, you know, understand your unique perspective on the issues that you see in the world and make a portfolio project out of that. Apply to jobs and places that focus on those unique issues, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be in tech. It could be, you know, with an environmental organization. It could be within the space of education, right? And I have not heard a ton of layoffs in those areas yet. I haven't heard about that, right? But those are opportunities that may be there, but everybody's focused on the same opportunities, using the same skill sets. And if that's what you go after, of course it's going to be harder for you to find purpose. Of course it's going to be harder for you to find a job, right? And you feeling more fulfilled because you're chasing after the same things, right? But, you know, I see that there's an opportunity right now. Hopefully I'm articulating my message a little bit better. There's an opportunity right now for you to understand what you're rooted in, what your unique perspective is, what your point of view is, and using design as a tool to help shape some of the solutions that solve those problems, right? There are fewer people who have your unique perspective or care about the things that you care about. Right? I care about aliens and UFOs and, you know, all this weird stuff, right? I care about that stuff. If there was a app or software that was, you know, trying to look for aliens in space or something, maybe I might want to work on that. I don't know too many designers that want to work on that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, guys, I hope that this just kind of reframes how you go after a job, how you think about your career. Right? We don't need more people trying to be better at Figma or trying to get better at UI design. There's a ton of people who are doing those things. And like I said earlier, you can go on Upwork and hire a freelancer on the cheap. It's becoming one of the least valuable skill sets. You know, becoming a better UI or visual designer. It's one of the least. What I think would be more valuable is you understanding a space, you understanding why certain problems and challenges need to be focused on, understanding what issues need to be addressed in this macroeconomic climate with, you know, poverty and housing issues and, you know, there's a ton of problems, right? A ton of problems out here, but that also means that there's a ton of opportunities. Right, so yeah, guys, I hope that this is a lot more clearer. I hope that, you know, it reframes how you think about things and it was a lot more valuable the second time around. And if this is your second time watching this, you know, thank you for getting all the way through this time. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.